an elite team of private detectives.
What if balloons are aliens? Maybe that's the key component we're missing.
Cover-ups.
John's guilty.
Mysteries that need to be solved.
Maybe Mormons need mountains.
Richard, shut up.
Merry Christmas, dickheads. As a little bonus episode here, before tomorrow's episode drops on Christmas Day, I'm going to be reading Clement Seymour's "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" and another lesser-known Clement Seymour poem about Christmas called Old Santy Claus. This is a prequel to tomorrow's episode where I ruin this entire poem for you. "'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mamma in her kerchief, and I lay in my cap, had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wandering eye should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick, knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle mount to the sky, so up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then, in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed in all fur from head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his sack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples how merry, his cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry, his droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and he filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk. And laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night." Isn't that a classic? That's awesome. That's fun, right? Clement Seymour's most famous work, probably the most famous poem ever. But little does everyone know, Clement Seymour also wrote another Christmas poem that I will now recite. It's called Old Santy Claus. Old Santy Claus with much delight, his reindeer drives the frosty night, o'er chimney tops and tracks of snow to bring his yearly gifts to you. The steady friend of virtuous youth, the friend of duty and of truth. Each Christmas Eve, joys to comb, where love and peace have made their home. Through many houses he has been, and various beds and stockings seen, some white as snow and nearly mended, others that seem for pigs intended. Where'er I found good girls or boys, that hated quarrels, strife, and noise, I left an apple or a tart, or wooden gun or painted cart. To some I gave a pretty doll, to some a peg, to or a ball. No crackers, cannons, squibs, or rockets, to blow their eyes up or their pockets. No drums to stun their mother's ear, nor swords to make their sisters fear, but pretty books to store their mind with knowledge of each various kind. But where I found the children naughty, in matters rude and temper haughty, thankless to parents, liars, swearers, boxers or cheats or base tale bearers, I left a long, black birchen rod, such as the dread command of God directs a parent's hand to use when virtue's path his sons refuse. Yeah, that one has a little bit of a different tone. Maybe there's a reason that one's not as famous. I'm not sure. But find out tomorrow on the episode. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas, dickheads. Please go out, give us a rating, review, do all that kind of stuff. I love you. Help us out any way you can. Tell everyone about the show. Merry Christmas. Have a good night. And your whole holiday's filled with joy and love. From Private Dicks.
I just watched Private Dicks and I think RJ's the funniest.
What? Come on!